face it, flu season is in full swing. An estimated 20% of Americans suffer from the flu or flu-like symptoms, with kids actually being the most susceptible group of all. But that doesn't mean that adults aren't still at risk to get sick this time of year. Here to help us with tips on relief is health correspondent and pharmacist Jim Morelli. Jim, thanks so much for stopping in.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Tina. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, where do we start with the relief? Because we need it.
Yeah, for sure. And we've got plenty of flu still to go. Flu activity on a steady rise right now. Outpatient visits are up above the national baseline, and expect flu activity to continue for several more weeks, could even continue into April. Flu season tends to be pretty long. As you mentioned, children especially susceptible to catching the flu. And this past holiday season was one of the worst for families in the flu. And again, potential's there for it to get worse. So preventative measures. Number one, washing your hands regularly throughout the day, avoiding touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, your mucous membranes, keeping your diet rich in antioxidants, fruits and vegetables, that's where you'll find those, and keeping yourself well hydrated. Very important to get plenty of sleep and manage stress, because those two things can affect your immune system and help prevent infection. However, no matter how many precautions we may take to try to avoid getting sick, coming down with something is almost inevitable, and one of the most common sick symptoms we get is coughing. Coughs can be painful, stressful, and the big thing is they prevent you from getting a good night's sleep, which is key to recovering from illness. A great place to find relief from a nagging cough is Robitussin 12-Hour Cough Relief, and they've got a new children's variety, Children's Robitussin 12-Hour Cough Relief, both available in grape and orange flavors, and these offer fast, powerful relief to keep coughs under control all day or all night. At Robitussin.com, you can find out more about these.
Well, I'm sure a lot of parents are happy to hear that there's something out there that can help with that. What else do you have for us?
Well, you know, again, when it comes to children, you talk about preventative measures to help them avoid getting sick, and they're not as good as adults at those habits. So we have to think about the fact that they're probably going to get sick during this time of year. It's very common. And so what you want to have on hand is an arsenal of products, if you will, to treat a variety of symptoms. So that's what I've got here. Now, number one, if you've got some problems with fever or body aches, you've got Children's Advil, which is great for that. We've got Infants Advil, which is unsurpassed at relieving fevers. And then we have Children's Dimetapp. Now, this has congestion-fighting power that will tackle kids' most bothersome, stuffy, and runny noses. And again, you know, I think it's very important that we make sure to have these things on hand, because isn't it always the case that our kids get sick in the middle of the night, and then if you don't have anything in the house to make them feel better, well, you feel just as bad about it. And you can find out more info about these, by the way, at a website called www.sickjustgotreal.com. And finally, you know when to call the doctor. Call your child's pediatrician if the fever is more than 101 degrees Fahrenheit for longer than 72 hours, if there's chest or abdominal pain, obviously difficulty breathing, that's an emergency, vomiting, listlessness, decreased urination, or if you've got symptoms that just don't seem to be getting better, important to get your doctor involved.
This is all information we needed at just the right time. Jim, again, thank you so much.
All right, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend, we'll be right back.